time of night, that time of week, morning. I don't know where you are, but I am glad you are here. Chatterboxes all, welcome. I think I know the weather on every part of the world right now. Reading your little talks about weather and all that. Man, last week we had a storm right before the show, and then right after the show we lost power. So we just eked this thing in really well. Mr. Producer's over where he's supposed to be, taking care of all the tech. We're glad to be here tonight. We have a wonderful guest, Charlene Madrid. We're going to introduce her properly in just a moment. Welcome back, all the plaid poodlers. If you're new, please say hi so that we can say hi back and greet you properly, because we have some wonderful chatterboxes that like to chatter. Don't you guys? Yes, yes, yes. This is I am Mary Gunn, Mary Gunn Fun, founder of, no, I don't say founder. I always do that. Your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are here almost every Friday night, live with a seat right here, waiting for you to join us. We do love to have you guys come here. If you like card making, this may be something that you enjoy. If you like train wrecks, we may have one of those, or you just don't know what we're going to get yet. So you sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's Friday night here in the United States, at least, and I think it's time to just have a moment. I hope you've had a great week. The slideshow, the slideshow only can, at 4 seconds a time, a slide can only hold about 286 cards. So your card may not have been on it, and I apologize. It is randomly selected to show 286 cards. As many as it can, around that number. And but the good news is you can see all of those cards over on craftroulette.live in the gallery for episode 172, along with, you'll find links to the achievement board and videos that people have sent in, and bonus cards, and the show itself. There's a lot over there on craftroulette.live. Check it out. Plus, if you send in a card last week, your name will be on the giveaway board this week. We don't pick those out. Those are all there. So just a reminder on that. I don't think we have any housekeeping. I like that. Flip us a Vinny. This is good, right? I've been seeing that in the chatterbox. Flipping us a Vinny, that means give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share if you don't mind. We'd appreciate that. And then also, if you have a moment to click in the description, Charlene's her YouTube, you might want to join over there too. If you haven't, I can see her. And if you have never seen Charlene, she just keeps me on my toes. So I did have some coffee so I can keep up with her. She's a youngster and a prankster, but I like her very much. We have some wonderful spin sponsors this month, and they are Ink and Splatter. They are so cute. They have the cutest little stamp sets. Make sure you go over and visit them. If you are considering any new purchases, we love it when you look at our spin sponsors like Your Paper Insider as well. They have subscription paper, and it's very unusual, cool stuff. And the people at scrapbookpal.com. That's somebody that we got to meet because of Charlene. So we appreciate them coming alongside and being our spin sponsors, which give you guys stuff when you win. And we like that. We love giving away other people's stuff. We are sponsored by our patrons. There's how you can find out more about being a patron. And they pledge some money monthly or whenever, and annually too. They do that also. Kind of makes me go, oh my gosh, I have to do this for a whole nother year. But what else am I going to do? It's Friday night. What would you do if you weren't here on Friday night? Some of you are here every Friday night, spending the evening with us, and I'm so glad for that. So anyway, there's more about being a patron on the website, and we'll talk about it later in the show as well, because Mr. Mike wants me to shut up. Mr. Mike has a nice little summer outfit on from the House of Detizio, and he has a little crocheted robot from Marianne Hill in England. Just, Craft Roulette, every once in a while I think about the stuff that we do. Flipping Vinnies, dressing microphones, wearing merchandise, making stamp sets. This is a culture that I could never have made up. And I've made up some pretty dang crazy cultures in my life. I was talking to Charlene about a story that we made up about cheerleaders, how they were so peppy they went out into outer space and exploded into stars and constellations. So hold on to your water brush, your stamp sets, your blending pens, whatever you have, because we need to welcome to Craft Roulette 173 our friend from Washington State, Charlene Madrid, who wanted confetti, so
still no confetti. I'm very disappointed. Although allegedly there's applause on the other side. I don't.
Yes, there is applause. Much applause.
That's what
and
I'm told.
I will give you some imaginary perfect pearls your way.
Oh, my eye, Mary.
Welcome back to Craft Roulette.
Yay!
Have you just been missing us so terribly?
Oh my gosh, so much. Like so much. This is the most fun show. And the Chatterbox is so fun, and I love it. And I try to get here on Fridays. It's insanity. But every time I do, it is just the best time ever. So thank you for taking pity on me and inviting me back after I begged you, with the multiple emails.
Mr. Producer, who's the most needy of our guests? Who needs to come on? Oh, no. It has nothing to do with that. We like you. But, what was I going to say?
I don't know. I have that effect on people.
You just wipe. It's the Vulcan mind meld or something erasing. Yeah. That's got to be a science fiction thing, too. What you been up to, Charlene?
Oh, my gosh. It's just been a wild ride, Mary. Like, the craftiverse is just, I told you, it's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle. Now it's like, invaded my brain, and the gremlins have taken every ounce of sanity I have left. I don't know. It's a crazy card making world. I love it.
How's your notebook?
So it's my notebook. Oh my gosh! So I've taken now to putting things in my notes on my phone instead, because I wanted to be able to search faster for things.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I've got like 200 notes or something in there of
Your
randomness.
phone's going to have to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, like video ideas and just everything. I don't know. And then what's real fun is when I go back and I'm like reading through them and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. That makes no sense at all, Charlene. Good job. High five. So, no, but it's been good. I've got my notebook.
And it wasn't meant to be.
Videos. No, exactly. I've been wildly busy with some amazing design teams. Scrapbook Pal, the spin sponsor. Thank you, Scrapbook Pal. You're amazing. Is one of the teams I'm on, and they're so fun. I do videos for their channel. They have the best Copic marker selection there is. I get all, even before I was on their design team, I get all my markers there. And I'm joining another team. It's not public yet, though, that I'm very excited about. And then I'm also still on the amazing Picket Fence Studios team that I love, 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 love. I've been doing some work with Not Too Shabby. I'm on kind of like a quarterly thing where I do some work for them. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone.
It's busy. It's totally busy. Possible. Yeah. It's just and you try so hard. It's not like, I'll make a card really fast for somebody who doesn't care about cards. You have to do a really good job and follow it up with a video and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just a easy thing. Oh, you really have to give it some thought.
And Spellbinders. I've been doing stuff for them too. Like
I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
I love it. It's great, but like sometimes I look at my I do have a planner. I have to keep everything in a planner. I'm like, this video's due then, and I got to do this and that. Because otherwise I would just lose my mind and start licking my ink brushes or something. I don't know.
Make sure that they're dye-based so they won't be toxic. Just
That's
those water-based things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't test it though.
So, no, you get like a rainbow going around here.
Mom swiping her face with an ink pad again. No, get her out of that craft room.
I just need to be colorful.
Yeah, just a little. You get a little stencil and do the pink on your cheeks. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I'm going to the Taylor Swift concert this weekend.
My daughter went last week.
So excited.
Yeah, she said it was remarkable. One of the best things ever.
Yeah, I might take like a stencil and like glitter something.
Oh yeah.
My cheek. Now that you said that, I don't know. I can pretend, that I'm younger than I actually am. Nobody.
Well, go for it. Go for it. So you had a question for me.
I do. What is craft roulette?
You did that very well. We want to get to crafting. So, Chatterboxes, thanks for being here. Mr. Producer, thanks for being there. Charlene, we're going to have a good night with Mr. Wheel. Let's do it.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep, that's what Craft Roulette is, and we are here almost every Friday night, most of the time. Every once in a while we throw you a curveball and come in on Saturday or Thursday, but it's been very rare. This is, we are in our 4th year of this craziness, and I think we've only missed a couple weeks, most of the time you can find us. We had 361 contributions last week, so we are getting darn close to 19,000 cards, you guys. That is remarkable. I watched this the other day, and I just loved how long it took for all the pins to drop on Canada and the United States. They just kept coming and coming and coming. But that you wave to your pin. I see you clear up in the top of Scotland and clear over in New Zealand. And Chris is back. Hola! It's so nice to have Chris in Ecuador. Welcome to Craft Roulette.
And our Hanoi crew.
Oh my gosh. South Africa, Nigeria. You're everywhere. And of course we have our night princess in Sweden. And our night princess in the UK. She's still training. There was my card. We had a Z-fold card, any colors. Old was our element, and something from our Mask of Maskus and Messy desk. That was my card. I was okay with it. Then we had fun Leslie Benson. I listened to her again. I watched the show, part of it, until the power went out. And I was just laughing because I'd ask her a question, she'd pause and just go, no. And she was just so thoughtful. She's the sweetest woman. We really appreciated having her on, and I hope you got to see it and had some fun with her. This is our achievement parade. We're going to celebrate some of our first timers and leading ladies and some major milestone people. So we'd like to invite Charlene on and join us. She's ready. Look at her. Look at her.
It's a good thing you said my name because I was zoning out reading comments. I have no idea where I am right now.
often, never, neverland. But anyway, this is going to be just some of our welcomes and things like that. And you are welcome to say something. But we are on a timer. We are going to welcome our first timers, celebrate our major milestone, say congrats to our leading ladies. We don't have any Mug Clubbers or Club 52 people this week. I don't think. Maybe. We'll see.
All right,
Let's get going. Yeah, we're on a timer. Welcome to Craft Roulette, Priscilla from California. There I am with my girlfriends. Welcome, Stormy Swan. I know it took you a while to join us, and it's nice to have you. Kim from Colorado. Good to have you. I like that corrugated stuff. Jennifer from Oregon, getting close to you. Very sweet. Terry from Colorado. Yeah, it's pretty.
Another Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Got them everywhere. Joy from Nebraska. That's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Kimmel from Ohio. I love
that
Up.
movie.
Yeah. Could cry just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Nicole from Washington. There you go.
Oh, ooh, ooh. In the house.
Loves to be Graham from Missouri. I bet that's not her given name. Junior Chungus from South Australia.
That's so
fun.
Cool.
And Junior Chunky Monkey from South Australia. Good to have you guys all join us. Congratulations on your being a first timer. Susan from Colorado. Lots of action in Colorado.
This is like a lot of the crew came out.
Judy from Florida. Laura from Washington. Cute. The Z, I didn't notice that. Lori from Georgia. A Z fold. Oh my gosh. She's one of us for sure. Lori from Florida. Did I say that already? Or was it another one?
And it was a different Lori.
Am I echoing? Linda from Florida. Is there a echo in here? Gail from Ohio. Nice job, Gail.
I think I know that Gail, but I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Major milestone achiever or 25 major milestone, Cindy. Okay, Danya. Danya. Oh, I forgot I was going to practice. 25. Well done. Flip you a Vinny. Kim, 50. Your golden anniversary. Carol, your 50th anniversary with us too. Congratulations. Old? That's darling.
Oh, that's cute.
Congratulations to Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis for her milestone achievement of 150 consecutive cards. Jackie Muller is one of our leading ladies with 133. Her twin Smurf Murphy in California also has 133. Kathy Herring has sent in 137. I like that horsey.
Busy ladies.
5K, now 6K Lamone has sent in 139. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis she's our second leading lady spot with 150. And there's Patty Beck. Give her the confetti from Tennessee with 167 consecutive cards. Well done to all.
Yay!
That's so many cards.
So good. So good, you guys. These are beautiful.
Patty started on the 5th episode.
Oh, I love it.
And
I do. That's amazing.
I think she used to. I don't think it takes her as much time now. It's like, no, I got this. I can just.
Yes.
I know how to do this. I know.
Yeah. She needs to write out what her formula is for everyone of how she processes everything, so that we can get all those good tips.
I don't think she was a teacher, an elementary school teacher. So she knows how to do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She would know how to do it.
You got to be organized as a elementary school teacher. There's no way around it.
Oh, or be devoured.
Yeah, like they'll eat you alive. They will. Seriously.
Anyway, thank you everybody for sending in those 300 and some cards. I just am so thrilled every week to see that you carve out a little time for yourself and share it with us. It means a ton to us. And people notice that too, because I hear a lot of information or a lot of feedback. And they say, oh my gosh, I can't believe how many cards you get and how they will do it consecutively and just the dedication. It is really outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
They just all like Mr. Wheel.
Well, I mean, Mr. Wheel's so cute. Who doesn't? Like,
Are we ready to see him?
Get on his good side. Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Wheel, come on out.
Come on over, Mr. Wheel. Let's see what you got for us tonight. We are going to spin for Project Colors, Element, and Random. Those are our parameters for the night. I throw out a couple to the patrons, and they get to veto a color, a element, and a random. And that means if we land on these vetoed items, we will spin again. It doesn't mean that you can't use those in the parameters that we do get, as long as they work. But, so you can use them, but it just means that Mr. Wheel can't boss us. We have to rein him in a little bit. And they said for colors, they did not care for Main Street this time. And I'm sorry, I don't have a number. There it is. Now this one's pretty funny. For element, they said no thank you to bands. They banned the bands. There it is. And for random, they don't want to add wings. Number 21. There we go. Now this is your chance, Charlene Madrid. Do you want to veto something? Tell Mr.
Oh, good grief.
Just say no to Mr. Wheel.
No to I'm looking off in the distance, contemplating life. We're gonna say no to the Joyfold card. I don't know.
Joyfold it is.
That.
Take it off. Doesn't mean that you can't make a Joyfold if you want to, and it works within the other.
I don't know how.
And we probably shouldn't have it.
So it's not gonna happen.
I have to teach you though. They're really fun and easy.
Okay.
So if you get to put your chips on the table, what do you want, or what's your strategy for what you're wishing for?
So Mr. Producer encouraged me to write the numbers down, which was brilliant because I don't remember anymore at all what they were. But I wrote the numbers down. I picked 11, 24, 14, and 12.
14 and 12. Okay, so do you know what they are?
I'm looking now.
You chose.
Yes, those were all good things. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
guest choice, candy for a color parameter, craft for your element, and random stitches. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, well, we'll see. Every once in a while he'll give, just to see how he feels. If he's thinking, Charlene needs a little friend here. She needs a bone, so let's give her something.
I could use a bone. Let's see what he does.
Let's give him a warm-up, shall we? I hope you get everything you want and more. For project, will we get your choice? What is your choice?
Probably A2.
It's 19. Window. We had window last time.
I got window last time I was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Colors, but we don't have to do the same windows.
I'm making the same card, Mary. There's no rule against it.
There's not. Birds for colors. For element. Do you remember what your card was?
I do.
Do you? It was pretty.
Uh-huh.
By the pond. I don't think you can do that with this. We'll see.
No.
And for
although
random.
Chrysanthemums do grow by ponds, I'm sure.
Not very often.
Buzzkill,
clip.
Mary.
Paper clip it is.
Are you legit serious? It was paperclip?
It's for real. It's finally hit.
The
night.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
We have been avoiding paperclip. Paperclip has been on the wheel for months. It has been vetoed probably more than any other. Get back over here. It's been vetoed more than any other parameter. It's great. It's great.
Mary,
do you have a
Mary,
paperclip?
I have to show you something. Just for the occasion, I keep one paperclip in my little
I'm giving you a
organizer
Vinny
over
on
here.
that one. That's a girl.
Seriously, it's been sitting there since the first time I went on. Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
Okay.
I appreciate your dedication to your craft of craft roulette. This is going to be your art project, everyone. We don't tell you what to do. We do not teach. We don't do anything like that. So it's going to be your art project. You can take it as literally as you want. You can draw a paperclip. I mean, we're going to talk about each one of these things. If you're new here, we're going to just come have a little moment with each one of these parameters so we can figure them out. But you can make them the big part of your project or just a little tiny part of your project. You can hide it. You can work it in artistically, however you want to do it. It can be literal. It can be abstract. It can be anywhere in between. You guys excited for paper clips? I'm seeing a lot of laughing faces.
Get your office supplies out, people.
I love office supplies. I do. So
I
let's
like
talk
office
about
supply
these
stores.
things. Yeah. They're just
so good.
They're so good. So, craft roulette project window. Does that mean that we have to go to the hardware store and get a window? No, we do not. Well, most people make cards. They don't have to make cards. You could do a 3D project, or you can work a window. It can be a window that's drawn or stamped on a card, or you can have it as an actual hole in a card or your project. You just have to have some sort of window. Now, how did you work window into your chrysanthemum card? I don't remember.
I did a opening in my card last time.
Okay.
That was dimension to the stamp below.
Okay.
But I think this time I'm gonna do a shaker window.
That would be good.
I think
That would be good.
We'll see.
I did a window too with some vellum over it, just to cut out.
Yeah.
And then I had,
Yeah.
I don't remember the card exactly, but it had a tree in the background and it was kind of.
Oh yeah, it did. Wasn't there like a dog in it? I don't know.
It could.
I kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
So it can just be a hole cut out in a card or whatever. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to go to Lowe's or to the rehab store and get an old window, even though you could put a piece of glass in there, I suppose. I don't know. But acetate comes to mind. All sorts of good stuff. I think this is a fun thing. Window is good. Are you good with window? I think so.
I'm good with window. Yeah.
Bird colors. They can be flamingo pink. They can be cardinal red, blue jay blue, or a whole bunch of those things. You could have colors from inspired by flamingos, blue jays, and cardinals. Now, our Australian friends will have all sorts of ideas about colors on birds because they have wonderful birds. And Chris in Ecuador, they have wonderful, very vibrant colored birds. So, but you could also add the browns and things like sparrows.
Yeah.
Or
I feel like
grays,
that's like
juncos.
wide open.
Mhm.
Like if you think of like tropical birds, like parrots and toucans and all of those, they have like all the rainbow colors in them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's pretty open.
Doesn't mean that you have to use birds. It's
Gotcha.
It's
The
just a way
colors.
to draw in. How do you want to portray the by the pond? You can use birds though, and I bet you we'll see some. By the pond, when I made this little parameter, I thought of frogs. And because there's or dragonflies, things like that, bugs, cattails. What else is by the pond? Maybe some boats. It doesn't have to be animals. It could be boats or houses, cabins by the pond.
If you're in the UK, it could be a beach.
Could be a beach because you have to go the pond across the pond.
If you have a jet ski stamp.
Yeah. One time I was on a jet ski with Mr. Producer, and I was in the back, and he was hitting as many of those things as he could. And I just had to yell, "Stop, I'm going to throw up down your back." And he stopped.
I bet that put the brakes on it pretty quickly. Yeah.
I didn't know you could break those things, but he did. So by the pond can be all sorts of different things too.
Yeah.
And they can be used, and then you just use your bird colors. Fishing. There you go. Hippos by the pond. Yeah.
Any kind of picnic?
Elephants even hang out by ponds.
Anything you'd have at a picnic?
Weeping willows. That's really good. Alligators. Ooh.
Turtles, rocks, fishing.
Turtles. I love turtles. Ducks.
Koi, golf.
I have been on a duck kick. So, I don't have a duck, though.
Okay.
I would love a good duck. So, okay, by the pond, it would be really fun.
Wait a second.
I think it'll be fun.
My card's done. There we go. Can I
Is there a
submit it?
window?
To my heart.
That is a beautiful card. I remember that. You just put a paperclip on there, didn't you?
Yeah.
I love
this
that
card.
copy.
It's one of the few that I
Acceptable
keep.
use of the paperclip. Questionable use of window.
Darn it. Okay.
Well, I think we'll keep working on it. I don't want to not have one of your Charlene Madrid inspired cards, though.
Oh, you're
I need
sweet.
a new one. Yeah, they're always good. And then paperclip. Oh boy, paperclip. You know, we have our own stamp set, and on our stamp set, we have a paperclip. So, if you need a paperclip, you have the Craft Roulette, the basic stamp set, you've got this parameter covered.
Yeah, you're set.
Yeah,
that is such a cool stamp set. I love it.
It's fun. It's fun, and there's lots of tutorials on our Patreon blog. Like 10 of them.
I know. And speaking of patrons, everyone who's not one should look at becoming a patron, which I did recently.
You did. Because
I love Craft Roulette. And in the off chance that Mary would let me have extra time for making my card. So there's that.
You have till Thursday night at midnight.
Throwing it out.
But now that you're a patron, you can make extra cards anytime you want and put them in the bonus galleries for any episode.
Ooh, that's cool. See all these neat, fun benefits and perks, you guys?
There's a lot of them. There are a lot of them. So, are you ready? Do you want to take a... You'll come back, right?
Ideally, I will.
I heard the kids earlier. You're not gonna be saying, "I'm sorry, the kids need me. I can't come back."
I don't know what happened. Timmy fell down the well.
Lassie didn't come and get him.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break and let everybody hear a word from our episode sponsor, Creative Fabrica. Their information is down in the description, and a word from Cool Mary on In Review while we get our stuff. Shall we?
Let's do it.
There's those bennies. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our card showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It mystery game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show in review. The Whodunit mystery game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included.
Bear with me, I have to play the Creative Fabrica sponsor video. The storm actually reset some stuff in my settings, and I missed that when I was resetting up everything this week. So give me half a second. It is my fault for not double checking that.
Hi, I'm Kelly from Creative Fabrica, a digital platform for crafters listing over 7 million different designs, fonts, and 3D SVG files for a variety of different crafting projects, all with a commercial license. We are so glad to be sponsoring Craft Roulette and to show you how we can help with your crafting projects. From retro fonts to full sublimation designs, it is super easy to be able to download any of these fonts and graphics and turn them into projects. My favorite is the 3D SVG category, to be able to find and make easy card ideas just like these ones that you see on the screen here. And you can even take some classes to learn some new skills. Creative Fabrica is a one-stop shop for all the designs that you will ever need. And now you can try it out for free. Click the link in the description to get instant access to over 7 million designs, fonts, and crafts with a commercial license included. And because this trial is completely free, you have nothing to lose. Try it out today.
Here we are.
So I'll post the link in the description. Please check out Creative Fabrica. They got in contact with us and that said, hey, we love your show. We want to sponsor it. And so we gave them a couple options and they chose one. And we're very appreciative of it. And I'll post the link again. It is down in the description. And if you do sign up, which is free, it lets them know that you came from us. And it makes both of us happy. So thank you.
I saw they were making some beautiful butterflies on their Instagram account today. They're using a Cricut because they have so many digitals and things. So, oh, I didn't eat my Wheaties. Here we go. I should have eaten my Wheaties. Okay, so my plan, man. Who knows if it's going to work? I don't. Here we go. Is to make by the pond. It's going to be like a cabin window. Maybe. It's going to be a cabin window, and then it's going to be looking out at the pond. That's the plan. I don't know if that's going to work. Because I did this wrong. I think I may have messed that up already. It didn't take long. Darn. Okay. Let's start over. Oh, Beautiful Designs by Supreme. You've been with them for 3 years. No, go with it. That's fine. Don't worry. I think it's fine. Yeah, and I am going to use my paper clip on my back.
Make sure you're working.
So, yes, let's see. Okay, I'm going to stand up so I can be where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to do a little ink blending. And then do this. Cut it out with my X-Acto knife. And then do some ink blending for my inside scene. This is going to be by the pond.
We're going to bring Charlene back in.
Okay. All right. What do you think? I thought that was mine for a minute, Charlene. I thought that magic mat was mine.
No.
That's funny. So what are you going to have by your pond?
Well, I have two options. It's actually somewhat fortuitous that was the choice. So, Altitude just came out with these last month. Got a rowboat.
Okay.
And then I actually have a pond. So
that's way too easy. Well done.
I'm going to refresh your call real fast, Charlene. 1 second.
Okay.
That's way too good.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. So I was sorry, I was a little discombobulated there, y'all.
I didn't notice anything.
Oh, my camera was running a little slow, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it a little faster.
Oh, he noticed. I did not. So, if you guys have not seen the video about this Glassboard, this is a wonderful little prize, or this is going to be our giveaway in August.
What do you mean by that, Mom? You're not really being
I'm talking.
clear.
I'm thinking about my card. This is a Glassboard that has Craft Roulette logos and symbols on it, and it's from Glassboard Studio. This is a nice glass cover on it. It's not. My old one was really chewed up. I didn't even realize how bad it was until I got this, and it's really pretty and clean. And but they have made 4 others. I can zoom this out. Nope, wrong way. They have made 4 others of, can't go that far. 4 others with the Craft Roulette wheel and the super glue guys. And they are being so nice, and they will be giving those away next month here on Craft Roulette to people that have sent in cards starting next Friday. So make a plan. And they are, at this point, we do not have any plans to sell them. So the only time you can get them right now for those 4 lucky ducks.
The Glassboards are awesome. I have one. I love it.
I like it so far. Yeah.
I saw the little video you did showing the surprise, and I was so pleased to see the graphics. They're so cute.
Yeah, Mr. Producer made those. So I'm going flamingo. This is pitch flamingo, so that's the color I'm choosing for my front.
I was thinking to use some pitch flamingo too myself.
Well, there you go. And Rosie, one of our friends, Rosie, is encouraging people not to make cards next month, but I would encourage you to. She is on a campaign until she wins, and then it's back to business as usual.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So we'll be giving away 4 glass mats. They'll ship anywhere in the world. All you have to do is make a card and submit it on our website to be automatically entered into the next week's giveaway. So starting with next week's show is when you want to make cards to be entered to win one of the glass mats.
He did that so well.
Yeah, brilliant. What am I doing? I wish I knew what I was doing.
This is the hardest time to talk.
It's walking and chewing bubblegum. We talked about this every time. I'm like, every time I talk, then I'm like, ooh, I don't remember what in the world I was going to do 2 seconds ago.
Well, maybe you do need to talk out loud so that we can remind you.
See, the thing is, though, is if, like, I'm talking out loud, and Kathy Zilski mentioned this when she was on here, and I was, like, cheering from my seat. I was like, yes, Kathy, that's exactly right. It's just, like, I'm used to talking, but I talk about what I'm doing. So easy. I'm like, and now I'm going to put Distress Oxide on, because I'm staring right at it. Meanwhile, you want to have conversations about, the meaning of life and all these really complex things.
Well, the reason we have to do it that way is because when I'm doing a card, I'll say, oh, and so now I'm doing this. And then the next one is, oh, I think I could do this. I'm going to try something else. And so I can't stay on task. We're the hoop. So we have to adjust for the host's personality, I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, it's true, especially for process video types, that's what you're used to when that microphone is there and that camera's on. Those are your triggers to talk about what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. And my trigger is to ask you questions.
I hope there's good ones.
Of course.
I was, thinking like this should be more like an episode of Oprah. So,
Never seen Oprah.
Mary.
I don't know. I have never seen. I did see a few minutes of it when Orlando Bloom was on, and my daughter wanted to see it.
It's like then you will. I use memes all the time from that show, and you'll never know what I'm talking about.
I won't.
I bet somebody in the audience will, though.
Yeah.
I was going to say, and you get a car, and you get a car. They'll know what I'm talking about.
Now, I've heard that. It's not that I haven't heard things about her show, but yeah, I just have never watched it.
To be fair, I've not watched a lot of it. I remember like the big episodes that everybody talked about, like the Tom Cruise episode where he's jumping on the couch and all that kind of silly stuff.
Tommy the Cruiser.
He's got a new movie out. And I'm like, aren't you like about to break a hip, dude? Like maybe you should take a step back. Break
a hip.
I can't do that stuff. I don't even know how he's doing it. It's like superhuman.
So there's a YouTube channel I follow, and I can't think of the guy's name, but he's a plastic surgeon, and he talks about celebrities, and he takes them through the years and says, okay, I think she had this done. I think he had this done. And then he's very good. It's real interesting. I'll have Gary something.
Okay. Gary something.
Tom Cruise.
Starts with very helpful, Mary. Gary something.
Thank you. I think it would work. I wonder though, if you in YouTube you write Gary plastic surgeon, if it
somebody
comes
go check. Somebody check and let us know.
Is Ellen here? She's good at that. Yeah, but he's real good at that, and he did Tom Cruise.
Well, Tom Cruise sure is pretty, so he did a good job. They do things to themselves, though. He's tiny. He's only
things they do.
I think he's only like 5 feet tall or something. I don't know. He's super tiny. He's a really tiny guy.
Somebody I can be taller than. I feel empowered.
What am I doing here? So many questions. We'll do these in yellow, maybe? Yeah.
So is yours mostly going to be die cuts?
I think so.
Something to talk about that you know about.
I think so. Yeah. So, this takes up a fair portion of the front of the card. So I think I'm going to stick with die cuts, which is, I've actually been doing a lot more cards with die cuts. It's not never was my normal kind of go-to. I usually do a lot of Copic coloring and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I use these pouncers a lot now, and they have made it so that I do a lot more die cutting because they're just really super easy to color, the little die cuts. They're not for everybody, obviously, but they're really easy on my wrists.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense.
So
there are some things that you need to. Because last time you were on, you even talked about die cuts that had a lot of pieces that you weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, I was like, I don't do this. This is not my jam. But I have started doing a lot more of them because they're easy to color and because, die cuts are just kind of intimidating, I feel like, for me anyway they were. And then also really tedious. I don't want to cut out a million different colors and shades of cardstock. I will if I need to, but it's not my kind of like my idea of
a good time.
Of a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been using them a lot more, and I think it was partly too just that I was kind of I had an unfounded
fear
bias against them, I guess.
Biased.
I don't know. I was
seriously
biased against my die cuts.
Well, sometimes you just have to try something.
Yeah. And I would encourage, people to try things. And I do. And I had to take my own advice. I was like, you know what? Everybody loves these die cut cards. And in fact, Amanda over at Pear Blossom Press had mentioned something about it. She was like, what? In the comments. And she wanted me to try one. So that was also kind of a little bit of the necessary prodding that I needed. Okay, fine. Worse than my kids, I tell you. Okay.
That Amanda, she can get you to do all sorts of stuff.
She really can. I'm telling you. She's just the sweetest. I love watching her when she's on.
Oh, she's got the happiest little face.
Yeah. She's ooh, I was wondering where that went. Don't you hate it when stuff gets like stuck back in your die cut and you're looking all over for it? There it is.
That's when you end up having to draw the ear.
Yeah. Those darn ears. Always stuck in stuff. So, Mary, you always ask everybody what their favorite kind of card is to make. What's your favorite kind of card to make?
I have no idea.
Switch it up on you. No idea?
No, not really. I really don't know. I just kind of like get a little nudge, a little spark and go for it. That's the ones that I like. The spark-induced ones.
That's where I'm at still. I don't really have a favorite size. I do have some go-to sizes just because I know they're easy. Like, an A2 card is easy. So in terms of, I do it so often for designing cards for companies that it's easier for me to figure out placement of images just because I do it so often. But it's not really like a matter of I prefer that to some other kind of card. Yeah.
I don't know. The ones that I think end up looking kind of cute are the ones are my favorites. Just
that is a great way to do it.
Just whatever I like. I don't think I have a real style as far as it's usually kind of a little bit comical. It's a little bit whimsical. It's just whatever works. I really just like doing whatever the wheel tells me. I'm really glad about the wheel and I'm okay with just being told by the wheel what to do. When he makes me,
give me.
I really just like him.
My destiny.
Yeah, I like him. I thought you could see those better, but you really can't yet. So, And I do not want to mask that. I don't make complicated cards very often.
I make a lot of complicated cards.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, you
I
do.
tend to make a lot of them. I don't start out with the intention to make complicated cards. I really don't. I just kind of like
Pretty
after
soon.
I'm like, oh, I could add this, and I could do this too, and ooh, this would be neat. And then before I know it, I've got like a 12-layer cake.
How about your cooking style? Do you do that with the cooking too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I try to stay out of the kitchen. My husband's actually a
smart.
much better cook than I am. So he does a lot of the cooking. I haven't done much lately, but I like to bake.
Oh, okay.
Before I made cards, I would, like for my kids' birthdays and stuff, I would make kind of like elaborate themed style cake things. Like I did
Oh.
Mario Kart one year, and I made a racetrack, and I did Legos one year, so I made like giant Legos stacked on top of each other. Stuff like that. So I like to bake, and I make cinnamon rolls every winter.
It's creative and artistic, even so.
Yeah. I'm hoping I can make some
Birds.
more
Do
time
we
for
have
that at
green
some
birds?
point.
Oh, yes. African green. Here we go.
Yeah, there's definitely, we've got green birds.
African
Green
green birds
on
are going
a
to be
macaw.
represented.
Right. I think I have to get a few more pieces. Did I get them all? No. Yeah.
How many pieces does this die have?
No, it's not so bad. It's just like the flowers some of them need like 2 layers or whatever of the little pieces.
Oh, yeah. So they have a darker
If that
and a
makes
lighter,
sense.
or
Yeah, they have like 2. So they're a little bit more 3D, if that makes sense.
yeah, those are real popular. They're great looking cards that can be made with those.
Yeah, the only problem is I'm sometimes my brain does not process how to put things together. So
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
it's not-
definitely am the type that needs the instructions. Like if it's one of these fancy layering dies, I'm speaking to all the craft companies out there, by the way, right now. If you've got like a layering die set, please put instructions on it.
Yeah.
Or at least like, I know like Honeybee Stamps, they do a QR code that you can
Okay.
click with your phone, and it takes you to the instructions, so you can print it out. Something, anything.
Wow.
Just don't leave us crafters hanging, going, what goes on top of what?
You have to. Sorry,
What?
you have to figure it out. Good luck.
You know,
Here are your instructions. Good luck.
Yeah.
We'll check back and see if you've survived.
Yeah.
That's
the
the
card's
next.
not going to survive. That's what I'm telling you.
There's survival's next edition is craft dice. Oh no! Who's the first one to finish the craft die without instructions?
That
be
sounds
horrifying.
amazing.
I would be voted off the island really fast. She's not doing anything right.
You're about we were talking about laughing hard earlier. You're about to like make me giggly.
That's all right. We like giggling on Friday night. Friday night
Right.
laughs.
It's such a good. What am I doing? Come on, Charlene, keep it together. It's just a crafting show. You'll be okay.
I got together with a friend of mine who I've known for 50 years this week, and she said they had still never had pets, and I was going to ask her, well, what do you do when you talk to yourself? Do you have to admit that you're just talking to yourself? Because with the dogs, I can always just pretend I'm talking to them.
Yeah, no, I talk to myself all the time. It's never ending.
You have a name for yourself when you get mad at yourself? I call
No,
myself
but
Maria.
I will. Do you really?
Yes,
No, you
Maria.
do not.
I do, Maria.
Charlene, we're getting a question about what colors you used for your pond.
Ooh. I think I can't guarantee it at this point because my desk is covered. But I think I used peacock feathers and mermaid lagoon. I think
That
that's what I
sounds
used.
probable.
I think that's yes, because those are the only two I have out here that would make sense
There you go.
for what I'm doing.
You may
This
may
looks
move on
like
to the next
peacock
episode.
feathers.
Survival.
Craft style.
Craft survival.
So you call yourself Maria. You know, West Side Story is like one of my favorite
Oh,
musicals of all time. Maria.
That's so good.
I just met a girl named Maria.
He is so moony. That is not the way I talk to myself when I'm calling myself Maria. It is definitely not that tone.
I do have I don't have a name for myself, but I do chastise myself quite frequently in my own craft room. Like, Charlene, what are you doing? Stop it.
Just stop
Like,
it right now.
I talk to myself the same way that I talk to the dog. I don't know what that says, but like,
Good job, Shirley. Good job. Here's a cookie.
I do that too. In fact, I'll go to my husband and I'll like if something goes really well. I don't do this very often, and he can just tell by the look on my face. He'll be like, "What happened?" And I'll be like, "Guess what?" And he'll be like, "Oh," and then he's like, I'll be like, "Can I have a cookie?" It's kind of a little joke we have where, like a cookie could be just like a pat in the back, or it could be
the best thing,
go out to dinner or whatever.
Oh, it's got a lot of
It's got all kinds of
room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It means like a treat for things going well.
How often do you get those?
It depends because like something has to be like have been good enough or well enough that I feel like it makes sense to not bug, but like, go seek out some kind of pat on the head kind of thing, some cheerleading, because like
you deserve it. You don't like,
I
made a
from
black
home and you
yeah.
It's like I don't have a boss. I don't really have anybody to pat me on my head or anything like that. So and
teach the dog to do that.
Yeah. Well, the dog, he's funny. He's always at my feet, that one.
Aww, puppies. I love my puppies.
He's super sweet. He's not the brightest, but he's just like the sweetest dog in the whole world. I love him.
You have to be smart if he's sweet.
Yeah, exactly. He just goes along with whatever. I could be like, okay, let's go jump off a bridge. He'd say, okay, whatever you want to do, Mom.
That sounds fun. Maybe there's some cookies down there.
Yeah.
Cordelia Alderman asks, oh no, she has a little story with hers. Oh no, a tornado carried your house to the land of Oz. Until the wizard can set things straight, Glinda the Good Witch has granted you a week's crafty vacation wherever you'd like. Where will you go? What a question, Cordelia.
Yeah. I think that I'd be going for sure to some kind of beach location. I'm a big fan of the beach. Anything, or it could, it does not necessarily even beach, just something with a water view. I like looking out at the water. I think that's a very
Well,
common,
we got the right
human.
parameters for you.
Yeah, I'll be by the pond.
That's a great place to be.
Yeah, and one of the gals that's in my like YouTuber kind of crafty group.
Yeah.
She did a YouTube video. She went to her family's like little cabin on the lake for 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, you're killing me. Like, it's beautiful. All I can think about now is renting a cabin on the lake somewhere.
And inviting me?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
For a crafty retreat.
Yeah.
Mary, I would love to meet you in person someday. You're just the funnest.
I'm probably not as exciting as you think.
Oh, please.
Yeah. But thanks. Yeah, maybe someday. We always have that.
I will be
that in the back of our mind
this year in Kansas City, I'm sure. So.
Really?
Well, my grandmother lives.
Oh, that's right.
Outside of Kansas City, near Belton. So.
Yeah, that's like down the street.
Yeah. So I might just show up on your doorstep and be like, "Hey, you said I could come say hi, right?"
Oh, that'd be fine. Yeah. Granny, she won't let you go, but yes, Belton. I have gone out to Belton. It's right down. I'm not kidding. It's right down the street. We'll have to talk.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna have to remember that because I would love to get lunch or something, or just hang out for a minute. For a hot minute.
You can just get a box of tacos and come hang out in the studio.
Ooh,
and I'll give you some parameters.
You had me at tacos. Tacos are kind of an amazing thing in this world.
I think they are too.
Be given more credit.
There is a lot a taco can do.
When I was a kid, I didn't like hard shell tacos. I don't know what was wrong with me. But as an adult,
you came to your senses.
I came to my senses. Any day of the week, I would love to have tacos. Right now, to figure out. Oh wait, I don't have. But I kind of wanted to make a shaker. But the decisions are mounting.
I was just going to say that the decision.
It's so hard.
Oh, life is tough. Real Housewives of the Craft Room could be another show.
Yeah. Oh, and it totally should. In fact, I'm going to go pitch it to Fox right now.
And then I broke a nail because I was trying to get something up off the card before it got hard and was there forever. Who do I talk to?
Like all of the YouTubers like doing a Big Brother style, like, and Kathy Zilski's there and she's going there, jewels not tools, and she says that about nails. Yes, I would love that so much. She
does have pretty nails. She could be a real housewife of the craft room.
Meanwhile, definitely. I use gel strips that I harden with like a UV light because my nails are tools for everything. I'm like, and if I didn't have those, it would be a hot mess.
Got to have your tools, right? And they're right at the ends of your hands.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
All right,
Rebecca Feltner asks, and I don't know if maybe this happens to you. So, where do you get your craft inspiration when you feel in a rut?
It depends on what I'm doing. So I get quite a bit of products from companies, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. But it also can be hard because, you don't have
you got to make them look good.
You have to make them look good. And it might be something maybe that you wouldn't normally have picked yourself, or maybe it's, you just, you don't have a sense of like, what colors would look good for that thing. So I first look to the product, usually whatever it is I'm working with. I'll look to, oh, I did not mean to run that through there with the pond on there. Oh, well. And if it inspires something like colors, or I just kind of jump from there. But if I get something and I'm kind of like, I don't have any idea what I want to do here, I will often look to pictures on the internet. So like, for instance, like this card that I was messing around about earlier, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. So I just Googled, water lily, and I found a picture that had colors in it that really inspired me. And I said, oh, okay, I've got my colors. And then I just went from there. So lots of different places.
Monet.
Yeah, like, and sometimes I'll just pick a technique. Like if I know, so I do videos for companies that they have on their channels, and I only, will work with companies that I find to be really high quality companies because my name is attached to them.
Right.
But when I'm doing videos for my own channel, sometimes I'll use products that I just have. I don't do any videos for my own channel that are like, well, I shouldn't say any, but most of my videos are videos just I choose to do. I'm always very clear about it if a company has sent me something. But most of my videos are like, I want to do a video that's all about ink blending or whatever. And then I usually will just let the technique sort of inspire me. So,
well, you seem to do just fine. I don't know how long it takes you to come up with something, but you always come up with some very lovely things.
Thank you.
And then sometimes you come on Craft Roulette and they throw you window birds by the pond and paperclip.
This is like nonsense. I can't even believe that that was done to me. You're so lucky I had this pond set, Mary. You would have never heard the end of it. What am I doing here?
Do you have a second thought on what you would have done?
Yes. There's a set I have with some really cute little froggies from Picket Fence Studios that I've used multiple times to make cards with that I love. It's just these little froggies swimming around and they're so cute. I would have grabbed that.
You wouldn't have had any trouble.
Yeah, the pond I was good on. And I was prepared for the nonsense of paperclip. I was a Girl Scout, Mary. I'm ready on that one.
There you go. You learned well, Grasshopper.
The bird colors threw me off.
Not for very long.
At first, but not for very long. I think I ooh, no, I don't want to.
There is a place for people to put in their description what colors they were inspired by. So you can, if you want to, tell us what birds you were inspired by when you send in your card.
Oh, that's
which
a good
might
idea.
Be fun.
Yeah. I mean, see what
Kind
birds everybody was thinking about.
I love birds.
I'm just thinking of like a peacock and all those beautiful colors in their tails. Like you
can do one bird or a big flock of birds.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We went to the zoo. I took my boys to the zoo earlier this week. I don't know. It all runs together. Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure they didn't murder each other. They're home for summer break, so it's iffy some days.
It's a little dicey.
It's dicey.
Yeah.
But it was last week because this week one of my sons had baseball camp. But I took him to the zoo last week, and it's only the second time we've ever been to the zoo. It's the Woodland Park Zoo in Seattle. And it's a beautiful, beautiful zoo. it's a smaller zoo. I feel like I'm used to the Denver Zoo, which I used to go to a lot in Colorado with the kids when they were younger. But we saw so many birds there. They have a big bird house and all these beautiful different kinds of birds. And I got to see the giraffes, which I love. They were kind of like, they have this big, huge area for the giraffes, which really makes me happy.
They need it.
Like,
yeah.
I think, Washington is very, there's the joke that we're all wearing Birkenstocks and eating granola. But
I wasn't going to say anything.
they are, I think they take really good care of their animals. That was my perception anyway. They give them lots of room in their habitats, and made me really happy to see.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be nice to the critters if you're calling them your responsibility. I think so.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
I do think zoos serve a good fundamental educational purpose. We got to take care of our little animal co-existers on this crazy planet of ours.
I am a true critter lover. Just can't get enough of them.
You want to hear something crazy?
I do.
About critters. So we live a little bit out north of Seattle, about an hour.
Okay.
We live near in between Mill Creek and Snohomish. We live in unincorporated Snohomish County.
Bless you.
Yeah. And it's not that far, though. It's just we happen to be in this weird little spot. But the house we bought a couple years back now is one of the reasons we bought it. Was a little too small for our family, frankly, but it has a huge yard and it's in a nice area. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
But it has a big backyard, and it has so big of a backyard that for normal city folk, it's a big backyard, I should say. But half of it is we don't use. It's kind of like open space almost, and it's full of trees and brush, and you can't even walk back through it. But it means we have nobody behind us for a huge space, which is really nice.
Yeah.
The downside, which your city-loving contestant here didn't realize, was meant that we'd be having little wildlife visitors quite frequently.
Yes.
Normally it's coyotes, which I can deal with the coyotes because, they tend to stay way far away and they don't really want to interact. But the other night, a bobcat came through our yard.
Oh no.
And they're very reclusive. Normally nobody ever sees them. So I posted on my Instagram. You might have already seen it, but I was like, I don't know whether to be thankful that I had this experience or packing my bags to move. I'm just kind of on the fence about it. Not real sure there.
Oh, they don't have much to do with you. We had them down. They're very, like you said, they're very reclusive. And the fact that you've been there for how long and you've never seen one?
Yeah, never seen one.
Probably says something. I wouldn't leave the dog out at night.
Oh no, we won't leave him because of the coyotes. He's little and he's a ding dong, so he'd get eaten for sure.
Let's go off this cliff.
Yeah, he'd be he's a playmate. Let's play.
Yeah, let's go have a fun time.
In all seriousness, he really is. He's the sweetest thing, but just not anyone you'd want driving at the wheel. But
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So we had a dog run built when we first moved here because we were like,
That's
we have
probably-
2 small
yeah.
dogs and we didn't want them to get eaten.
Yeah, they don't need to be appetizers. We had a cat that got eaten by a fox once.
Aww,
Yeah.
poor kitty.
Well, she was kind of aggressive, and
Oh, that happened with one of my
I
cousin's cats. Got in a
Yeah,
fight with a raccoon.
it was dumb on her part, but we did love her.
Yeah.
And we did
Where are we
catch
at
the
on
cat
time?
wherever we want to
Sorry.
be.
Wherever we want to be. Okay.
Do you have a favorite craft item that you must? Now we've learned that you've gone to the dye side. So, do you have a favorite craft item that you always keep near you? Ask Sylvia Torres.
Well, favorite. I can tell you. Well, I don't know. I guess I do. I have this little. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. Well, but this is my little caddy, and I made this myself back when I was doing Cricut stuff.
Uh-huh.
But it's got my paintbrushes and my little swoofy brush. I don't know if that's a technical term, but swoofy.
Swoofy brush.
It's got pokers, which are very, very important. Multiple pokers. You can see I use those. Reverse tweezers. Scissors. 2 pairs of non-stick scissors because they are more important than regular scissors, in my opinion. And my mixed media spatulas. So I reach for this every time I make a card. It's literally one
There's always
foot
something
away from
right?
me. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you have to decide what's going to be within your reach and what you're willing to get up to get.
Yeah. I keep a lot of my stuff, though, near me. I have a lazy... Actually, I'm sorry. I have a friend named Susan who does not like the fact that it's called a Lazy Susan. So I told her I would call it, from now on, a very helpful Susan.
Energetic Susan.
Yeah. I have a helpful Susan near me that has all my tapes and all that nonsense on it. And then I have my markers near me because I still do color quite a bit.
Right. Well, you can use markers on die cuts too.
Yeah, and I do that as well. Where's my sprays? My craft room is probably set up a little different from a lot of people's. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's not fair. I very much need to see or have easy access to things, or
Right.
I won't use them.
Mm-hmm.
They'll sit there forever and won't get used.
There are different storage types, I hear, and they have names, but I don't know what they are. But there are people that have to be able to see them, and I'm one of those too.
Yeah,
if it's in a drawer, unless I use it often and I remember that it's there, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's just not. Sorry,
that means
shaking.
You're going to have a lot of things out in the open. Sometimes if you have a lot of different interests.
Yes, which is why I think I talked about this last time I was on the show. I clean up after every card. Every single card I make, I clean my craft room up.
Yeah, I think I heard that, and it's kind of horrifying. But
I know, because you were talking about your mask. And I was like, I don't have a mask.
To make my mask a mask.
I put everything back because I can't function otherwise. I get kind of.
I leave it out because I think of different ways to use things that way. Because it's already.
I get that.
In my head.
I was hoping we'd get the mixed media parameter because I'm a big fan of a little bit of mixed media on every card.
Well, you can always do that.
I try to add something on pretty much every card I make, whether it's splatters or some kind of texture paste.
1 second,
or
Charlene.
whatever.
I'm going to try and get your video back.
We lost you, girl.
Okay.
Hang on.
Oh, I left the building. So that's
Are you
done.
out there with Elvis?
Elvis
gosh.
left the building.
You and the big E.
Is it something I need to do on my end? Nope. I think I see it on my phone still.
I'm trying.
He's working on it.
Okay. I
bet he'll fix it.
I'll put on a tap dance show for you guys while I'm off camera. See, this is perfect timing.
Are you a tap dancer? For real?
No, God, no. No. I'm just teasing.
I thought for sure you had that secret talent.
I actually find people who can tap dance just like super interesting. Like
Fred Astaire.
Yeah, Charlene, if you could rejoin the call.
Okay.
On your phone.
Yes.
We'll get you back in just a minute.
On camera?
I'm worried about what I'm doing to this card, but I'm going to keep doing it. So, yeah. So if I put some more here, I think it's going to be okay. Then you kind of open it up. You see the pond. I think that will work. But I can't use this because it's got stuff on it. Yep.
Yes. Oh, yay!
Welcome back to Craft Roulette. There it is. Boo!
I
Nothing
need
but
like that to be
pearls.
on a buzzer button that you can just hit every time something exciting happens.
That's what he has. He's got the buttons that do that.
You have all the power.
I have confetti buttons, but they're not everywhere. Too much confetti means that confetti's not special.
There's no such thing as too much confetti, Mr. Producer. Let's just be clear here.
Well, I guess if you're the janitor, there probably is.
Oh, that's fair.
But,
that is fair. I feel like I need
blue
more
fingernails.
greenery.
There's lovely. I think we've covered this, but we did have a question about which team you are on. I think we've covered that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still consider myself Team Purple just because I do more stuff. I mean, I do more things with and I kind of have figured out what it is. I'm a big fan of blues and greens. Those are my favorite colors. So when I'm picking colors for cards, I tend to lean towards blues and greens, and then you're already doing a cool color card, so why don't you throw in some purple? And so that's probably why I use a lot more purple.
Boy, that orange looks pretty darn good with blues and greens.
Yeah, I do like orange though. You see I brought some orange out. I'm a fan. I love orange. In fact, I was gonna darn it. Now see, you have to have me back on again and remind me, because I was actually going to find a picture from my wedding so I could show you. My wedding many moons ago was orange and green and chocolate brown were our colors. I do love orange.
See?
Yeah, for real.
You're kind of like a secret team orange person.
Yeah, I had like my bouquet was all orange, like bright orange lilies.
Oh my!
I think there was some Gerbera. Yes, try saying that 10 times fast. Daisies in there and March centerpieces. They were bright orange. I love that color. It's beautiful. I was really mad at myself because this kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah.
And
well, you've been busy
usually
making sure that kids don't kill each other, stuff like that. Yeah. It's pretty important.
The last 2 times I was on here, I had a hoodie. That I had bought. I bought a hoodie for each show. It was my cookie. that I was talking about earlier about cookies. It was my cookie to myself. To give you some context, like that was my cookie. But
You wear
good for
cookies
you.
well. Yeah.
And I just snuck up on me, and I didn't get to order anything before the show because I was wanting to order something to wear on the show to, show my love and support for
Aw.
you. Bring a lot of joy to a lot of people, I'm sure.
Well, we have a lot of nice people that put up with
I'm doing
us.
a terrible job with these guys that put up with you. You're silly.
They go, oh, it's Friday night. What are we going to do? I guess we can watch Craft Roulette.
There's nothing else on.
At least there's always something new. Yeah, we're very thankful for this group because they are so nice.
They really are. And there's some
Smart.
not so nice people out there. And I could tell you this. This is your first time that has come over from my channel. The people that watch this show, and I think it's because Mary and Mr. Producer set the precedent for attracting nice, happy, somewhat
Happy people
well-adjusted
magnets.
crafters.
Happy people
and
magnets.
they do. And it's so nice to come in here and join the chat, and everybody's helping out and asking how you've been, and
Yeah, they're just terrific.
Being little craft it cheerleaders about cards.
They
and
are.
everything. I love
Little.
it.
They've got their little pom poms.
Yeah.
Ew, they do have those.
We can call them the rouletters.
I think I did on the Glassboard video. Craft Roulette.
Did you?
I think so.
That's probably where I picked it up from.
It might look better than that garbage. I'm not liking this very much.
I guess I felt like my card needed more, so I'm making more little leafy guys here.
You can't. That's another thing with die cuts or those kind of cards. You can just keep adding and adding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the whole thing too. Like some of these cards will look. I remember anyway, myself personally, looking at die cut cards that people have done and thinking that card is insanely intricate. Like I don't know what they were thinking or how they did that, but it's crazy beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then I realized the magic of it is that it's just layers and layers and layers.
And layers and layers and layers.
And you can make
sticking little and tucking little things in and layering some more and adding another flower to the bouquet.
But you don't have to though, which is beautiful. Nope. Like you can make it
You can do simple. White on white.
Yeah, or you can make it real complex. And ever since I figured out, I've learned a few tricks too, right, along the way, doing this all the time. That's the other thing. People are like, oh, like, how do you make such amazing cards? And it's like, well, make 500 cards and you'll definitely see an improvement. It just kind of goes, it just goes along with the territory. My cards did not always look like this. So just kind of give it some time.
My Lenny Lamb is really bad. My first card, my Lenny Lamb. He's really bad.
Do you still have your first card?
Yeah.
From the show?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I do have the first card from the show, but my first card at a close to my heart home party.
Oh.
Where I made Lenny Lamb.
Lenny Lamb. Was Lenny Lamb just like a sad little stamped lamb?
Oh, I'll show you.
Yeah, I want to see. Like, because I need to know, because I don't trust you. You could say that he was sad and he's like the happiest lamb ever. I thought you were going to pull my leg and say like you had your first card you ever made in kindergarten. I was like, Mary.
No, I do have a lot of those too because my mom had them in a brown envelope and said, "Here you go. You can have them
Did
back."
she really?
Yeah.
That's
Here's
so
Lenny
sweet.
Lamb.
Oh, Lenny Lamb is
How old
sweet.
is Lenny Lamb?
I made Lenny Lamb in about 1997.
That's
Isn't that
amazing
something?
that you've kept him and you could actually find him.
He's gold and he's gold
I'm
embossed. And look at this beautiful shading.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I
And
love you so much, Mary.
Give the girl a little decorative scissors and she'll cut the corners off.
Oh, you know
Little
what? Your
decal
heat embossing,
scissors.
though, your heat embossing for it being your first time is very impressive.
That's what got me. Lenny
Oh, so
Lamb.
you
Who could
were-
ever not do cards after you make Lenny Lamb?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So you were hooked after the very first card.
Yep, you had me at Lenny.
Like you're like, job done. I know what my calling is in life.
Yep, that's right. It's the old, oh my gosh, he is the cutest little thing. So he's not angry. He's kind of nonplussed. He's just kind of, he has no real, he doesn't have a mouth.
It's a 1,000-yard stare if I've ever seen one.
He was like, you make more or I'll come and get your neck. So yeah, Lenny was actually kind of aggressive.
Yeah, he does look like kind of, you know, he's saying, "Don't you dare put me back in the pen." I can see you didn't put a pen on her. That was for the best.
I am here to take over your life. He's got a bit of a Rasputin look to him.
Yes, little did you know that your life would never be the same.
You will have rooms dedicated to me.
It was a Sunday, Mary walking along, unsuspecting about what was about to change in her life. When she
Rod
met Lenny
Sterling.
Lamb.
Rod Sterling walks on, and it's the Twilight Zone. Oh, it's so true.
Actually, it's funny. Somebody, I think it was one of the crafting companies, had posted. No. Someone posted over in. Why am I wanting to call it Stampers Anonymous? That's not what it's called.
There is a Stampers Anonymous, though.
Is that what it is? It's like the big Facebook group. Is it Stampers Anonymous?
I don't know.
It was one of the big ones. And someone had posted, does anybody lose track of time? Like they had almost burned their dinner or something like that.
Almost. Pikers?
Yeah. And I was like, every single time I craft, I call it crafting like Twilight. It's like you wake up and you're like, what? Where am I?
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
How many years? That's right. I don't remember getting old.
Yeah. Like
I must have been in there for quite a while.
I see more gray. This is interesting.
That's another great TV show. Twilight Craft.
Okay, how's your card coming? I haven't even looked up.
It is just kind of a odd. Oh, I got to put my paper clip on the back.
Oh yes, paperclip. Very important.
I don't know. It's a one of those interesting kind of ones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's an awesome card. It's kind of an interesting card.
Did we hit all the questions?
It has some problems, but it's not a card felony. It's kind of a card misdemeanor.
Say, don't we all, Mary? We all have some problems.
I'm just gonna be okay with it. But I do have to put because I have this wonderful stamp set. I have on the back. I have. Oh look! Oh, you can see all the butterflies through it. Oh, it's getting more of a felony all the time. But there we go. Inspired by Craft Roulette with my paperclip. It's there.
So I need to get one of those so that next time, because now I'm using this paperclip, so that next time I just
your paperclip's going to be gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, this is serious.
Now I'm trying to just. I think
I need another butterfly since I'm making them.
what I might do is put a cute little
Oh, look how pretty
strip
that
of
is.
colored paper inside my card, so that the paperclip doesn't look so boring and lame.
Where do you have your paperclip? Are you just going to clip the paper inside?
I'm gonna clip a piece of paper inside so that it's not just being boring. I'm gonna.
Oh, that's a great
give it
idea.
a job. Give it something to do, because we all need a sense of purpose.
We do.
Jinx, you owe me soda. And your response, which I learned from my kids when I was older, was the Jinx machine is out of order. You must insert another quarter.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I didn't either. I don't know if it's a new young kid thing, or if it's something that I missed when I was little. Because I think
I missed a lot. I think I did. I think I missed a lot when I was little.
I missed a lot because my head was in the clouds most of the time. I did a lot of reading when I was a kid. I was the only child.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time riding my bike up to the library whenever the neighborhood kids, couldn't play or something. My grandmother would say, go to the library then if you can't find anything to do with yourself, Charlene. And I'd say, okay. And
okay.
I love my grandma. She was so sweet. But I would, I'd ride my bike up to the library and I'd check out books. But the problem is when I read books, I'm like, I should not be allowed to try and go anywhere or do anything because I get so sucked into them that I can't pay any attention. There were many times when I was 10 where I would be walking along the street with my nose in the book and just wake up at whatever place I was supposed to be at and going, I don't know how I got
dangerous. Here. Oh,
I hope I didn't step out in traffic or something.
I'm kind of concerned about you.
Yeah. It's so, as an adult, I'm a little bit better about it. I don't walk and read a book anymore. I'll tell you that much. Because I know myself, right?
I've had
what is the Shakespeare? Know thyself.
Dr. Linkoff. That's it. That is exactly it, Susan. It's Dr. Gary Linkoff.
Oh, somebody went and searched for it. You're my hero.
I just love him. He just does really interesting things.
I always wonder if people are actually going to do what I say.
Hairlines and different things. It's very interesting.
I'm going to have to go watch
check him
now.
out. Yeah. And Dr. Gary's has made Craft Roulette. I like it. Megan, the birds are the color parameter. They aren't actually an element parameter. So the colors are going to be inspired by birds. So my birds are all very bright. I've got flamingos and Baltimore Orioles and blue jays and parrots. So I'm well covered. So I've got my little window. And when you open it, it's looking out the window by the pond. And my paperclip is on this messy back. And there it is. It is the stamp from the Craft Roulette, the Basics stamp set. And that's it. That's what I got. And you're getting your little thing. We have the thoughtful question of the day from our rock star.
Yeah,
Grandma
I was going to say, Grandma Gay, my favorite question of the day. Waiting for it.
It's hot. When you close your eyes to dream of a crispy, cold day, is it fall colors or winter snow? This is an orange or purple question. Thank you, Susan.
If I'm trying to think, if it's a hot summer day and I'm thinking of cool colors or coolness and close my eyes, I very likely would think of snow because I spent most of my life in Colorado.
That makes sense.
Although I very, very much enjoy Washington Falls. The fall in Colorado is very short. You know, it goes
a couple
from
hours.
Yeah, it's like death by heat to like, oh, now you don't want to go outside because it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
At least some people love it. I'm not a cold person, so I've spent a large portion of my life hibernating indoors.
Reading books.
Reading books. Okay, I think I'm done. So now I can. Are you done? You're still working on yours.
Oh, I just decided to add a couple gems while we were sitting there.
You've probably been done for like 20 minutes or a half hour.
25. No, not at all. You want to walk us through your card and tell us how you fit those parameters in?
Yes, let me find them again. Here they are. Okay, window.
Yes.
So I created a window in my card, and it was really handy. I was so pleased. This is the stamp set that goes with the die set, and I realized there was a die to cut out this sentiment. So I just cut it right through the front there and stamped my sentiment inside. And then
That looks great.
Thank you. And I don't know if you can see, it says seize the day underneath Carpe Diem, which is nice. For the bird colors, I was thinking along the lines of like a macaw, a toucan, a peacock, just, you know, they're all those vibrant tropical colors they have in their tails.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, that blue is exceptional. Yeah.
Thank you. By the pond, I have these beautiful pond flowers that are by the pond. And then I'm really quite proud of myself for this. I'm going to pat myself on the back real quick. Oh, Charlene, you're so smart. At the last minute.
Kiss that brain.
Oh my God, I'm going to kiss it so much. At the last minute, I saw that in the stamp set is a checklist. It says sun rays, boat waves, lake days. And I said, oh, I'll paperclip my checklist inside the card.
Yeah. That's pretty advanced. That is way advanced.
Well, you know, Mary,
I like
this is what happens when you've done it 3 times. You just really
It's easier, isn't it?
So amazing. It does get easier.
Yeah. Yeah, 173 times. It's gotten a lot easier. However, it's not always better. It's just easier.
Well,
those are different things.
Yeah. That's because sometimes is you think you have it all figured out and that card just does not come together.
It just ends up on a different level of something. I don't know. Yeah. But it's fun. It's fun. It doesn't matter. We had a good time. We had a little chat time and we made something and it's great. It's just great. I got to hang out with you. I really enjoyed it.
Shelly wanted to see the inside, so I'll hold it up. Hopefully she can see it. It says sun rays, boat waves, lake days.
Yeah. Sounds good. I would not get in it. The lakes around here are brown and you can't see the bottoms, and I know there's stuff in them. There's like snappers and there's fish that will nibble your feet, and I do not partake. But I appreciate, and you can get stuff in your ears that gives you sickness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have those crazy, the amoebas, the brain-eating amoebas?
Well, I don't know if those are here yet.
Well,
but
they've
I'm not
closed down
it.
some lakes because of that. They live in freshwater areas. It's crazy stuff. Okay, sorry. Now tell me about your card. Tell me about your card, Mary.
My card has a window, and it's got like you're inside a house with pink walls, and the birds, I told the bird colors, and then you open the window and you're by the pond. And I'm not sure if this is sustainable right there, but I do have something to kind of, but then I'm going to have to add these flowers on this side to make it even bigger. And then I've got this pink, and it probably should have been yellow. But it's okay. It's just the way.
Okay.
It's okay.
I like it.
And then I have the paper clip on the back from the stamp set. So
Is that a hidden sentiment I see behind the window seal
it has
part?
happy, and then it has happy birthday.
Oh, that's brilliant.
On that.
I love that.
So, yeah, that's probably the best part.
Kiss your brain. That is a nice touch. I love it.
Thank you. Well, we're going to tell everybody how they can play. Because they're going to want to play, and we're going to want to see if they use birds or put birds by the pond, or what they put by the pond, and how they get that paper clip in there. This is their big chance to show us what they can do with a paper clip after all.
Yes. You better do it. Everybody get your cards in.
We will get back to you in just a second after we tell them that and give away some stuff. How's that?
Bye.
All right. Yep. You're going to want to play along with us. Send in a card electronically. You don't have to send them to me. Using those 4 parameters: window, birds for color palette, by the pond, and paper clip. I can't wait to see what you do with your paper clip. We've been dreading it for so long. We're going to face that fear, and we're going to slay it. So send those by Sunday night to craftroulette.live. There's a forum there. People are already using it. And if you are a patron, you have till Thursday night at midnight. It's a good perk. It's a good perk. We have some great people coming up. Next week, we get to have Ashley. Ashley hasn't been on in forever because she's been busy being a new mommy. After that, we get Lydia Fiedler, and then a new to the wheel, Carissa Wiley, Tanisha Vlasic, and Chelsea Comer will be back as well. What a good time. Every Friday night we get to meet a fabulous crafter. That's the best thing in the world. We do like to thank our patrons. Our patrons are so special to us. They are the people that make it so we can afford to be here on Friday nights and then on Tuesday nights in review. So thank you so much. We were laughing about our beautiful little Glassboard here, and darn if we didn't have to buy a bunch of new lights so we could light it up well enough and not have shadows and not have reflections. So our gift of a wonderful Glassboard, which we are so happy to have and give to you guys next month, is costing us about $400. So that's, gosh, I don't understand this thing called YouTube. It's so expensive. But anyway, that's why we are here, is because of our patrons, and we do try very hard to make all those kind of things work so that for you to enjoy the viewing a little better. Thank you, guys. Next week, by the way, we do have our happy birthday card party, and we also have Club Fun Saturday. So join us. It is time to give away some stuff. That's that confetti that Charlene wants so much. But it's time to give away some stuff. If you did send in a card last week, your name will be on this board. And we give away several things. First thing that we're going to give away is our OG, which is a handmade card with an itty bitty gift that can go anywhere. Good luck all. This is programmed to pick someone randomly. We don't do any kind of choosing of cards or anything like that. Oh, sweet Linda Gorman. Well, that's nice. Linda needs a card today. I know that for a fact. So it won't be today, Linda, but it will be soon. Well done. How about a goodie bag? We need to have these go just to the United States, please. They get too expensive. If it is international, I'll send you something also. I will. And I think I haven't done last week's. We didn't have electricity for 96 hours or something, so I got really far behind on mostly everything. Tracy Fear from Not Afraid of Color. Well done. You do need to contact me after the show. There's a claim prize form, and we just need to have you fill that out and send it to me, and I can find you. Now for a $25 gift certificate to Ink and Splatter. We also have an affiliate, or I don't know if it's an affiliate link, but there's also on our website, if you go to Associates Spin Sponsor and you go from that link, everybody can find out that you came from us. Kim W. Well done, Kim W. Congratulations. That helps everybody keep track of of things and see if it's worth going on Craft Roulette. Or your paper insider. I think people are enjoying this. They're very good about getting their box of paper to people really well. Oh, Dina Hiltbrand. She and Greg can talk about who gets to use it. Dina was saying on the Facebook group today, she was going, I'm so glad you left so much out for me, Greg. So I don't have to worry about getting stuff out. Because they both send in cards. It's the cutest thing. For a $50 gift certificate to Scrapbook Pal, who's going to get this? We were introduced to Scrapbook Pal by Charlene, so we are very grateful for them and for her. Ava Balan, she has been with us for a long, long time. I knew her from my close to my heart days, and I know she will love that. So make sure you go to craftroulette.live, claim prize form, and send that. It's open now, so you can claim that prize right away. I probably won't do it until Monday, just FYI. I might, but I might not, so don't worry about it. Shall we get that little lady back? Heads up, here she is. She was working on something. Welcome back.
I was totally paying attention to everything and not putting away all of my mess.
No, not at all. You were so busy putting things away. Well, you got to be putting things away so that you'll be ready for the next thing.
Well, and truth be told, as soon as this is done, I know as soon as I open that door, I'm going to get swarmed by children and dogs and husbands.
Those needy people.
Those needy, lovely favorite people of mine are going to want me for something.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I won't tell them that you're done. You can just keep talking. They'll think you're still on the show.
Yes, Mary. Just keep talking.
You can just do that every evening. Say, I'm on the show.
Congratulations to all the winners.
That's right.
Those are some good prizes.
They are good
I
prizes.
was really very, kind of jealous of all these winners and their amazing prizes.
I know. They get to go shopping. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Man, I am speaking at the Card Maker Success Summit, which is coming up. If anybody wants to go to that, it's free. It's a 4-day card making event with all kinds of people. Like Justine Hovey, Daniel West,
A lot of our friends are
Calvin, a lot of people. Yeah. So, if you want to register for that, you can go to dreamcraftcreate.com/CMSS register.
Good night. You can't hold a thought. You just did really well on that. That was really a long thing to remember.
It's Card Maker Success Summit. So it's CMSS register.
Do you have to read that in your head?
I do, as I'm saying it.
I hear you.
So, and I completely forgot like 2 seconds ago that I was doing it until you asked, what are you doing next?
Well,
I was like,
that'll be quite a deal.
That's coming up. I should tell people.
We have people already registered, it looks like. So that's cool.
Yay!
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, we had Brandy on the show.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, and I love...
A lot.
I love those kinds of events because you can do the free version and just come hang out and have fun and watch the videos and see the lives. Or if you are like really inspired and you know you're going to want to go back and watch stuff again, you can, for a pretty low price, I feel like, have access to everything for forever. So I think it's a cool business model. I like it.
So you know what time it is?
Oh. Warming up the kissing hands.
It's time for the big cookie kiss. There it is. Man, it just melts right into it, right? I like how you've got style, real strong style with your cookie kissing there. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Chatterbox, for joining us tonight. I look
Thanks,
forward to reading your
everybody.
comments and seeing what
Me
is
too.
new with everybody. Mr. Producer, well done. Thanks for bringing her back when we lost her and all the stuff that was going on before the show. You just never know. He does a good job. Charlene,
Yes.
it's always a pleasure. Make sure we need to talk about when
Yeah,
you come to Kansas City.
For real. That would be so fun. I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Maybe
are the
it will be
best.
when Crafty Al's here too. We'll have to.
That would be my day. I would love that. I love
That'd be
crafty
something.
people. It'd be so fun. I went to my first in-person craft. Simon Says Create, and it was amazing.
I saw you
loved
there.
it.
Yeah, I saw you on your IG. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like you're
So I would love to meet up with you in Crafty House. That would be
tacos. Let's do it.
And
All
tacos.
right.
I
Y'all
love
have a safe night. We'll see you Tuesday on
Bye,
the review.
everybody.
Thanks to all.
Mwah.
Good night.
Kiss your brains.